I'll just show you the standings briefly. We are the only team without a win. So, yeah, that's not great. In the draft, the opposition picked Pyromancer quite early in the draft, and the AI usually puts that in the top lane. So I've opted into a Ninja start, because Ninja should absolutely decimate Pyromancer in lane, and then we built the rest of our draft around that, so we'll see how it works out. Alright, here we go. We're back at it again. I think this draft is good. He says, again. Actually, I have criticised a few of my drafts, to be fair. But this draft I think is good, because I think Ninja into Pyromancer is a very, very good matchup for them, and we could snowball off of it by doing a little bit of work on his own, but we're slightly behind in the bottom lane, not really anything significant, but top lane, oh yeah, top lane is going very well. I do think if you have a mage in isolation against Ninja, there's just not much counterplay to it. So hopefully we'll be able to leverage that. Ooh, double kill for the Pole Warrior. They go in a little bit deep. Not sure about that turn. Sold out by our team, kind of. Serpent is regaining its health. We don't kill the fighter. But while all that was going on, we're still doing work in the top lane, so I guess not too bad. Set up for the objective. That's what we're doing. Zerko is lying in wait. This could be a steal. They show themselves. They show themselves way too early and we collapse. Ninja's gone in crazy deep. They are going to get blown up. Questionable decision making from some of our players, but we're still standing, but more opponents than us falling. So the gold continuing to swing in our favor. Priority ours on the objective. Quick engage onto the support is a quick kill. Team looking healthy at the moment. Another kill. We should really be able to turn this into an objective. Considering going for more, but nothing there. Recalling. We team are going to start up that serpent. Hopefully we can rush down the tree before they collapse on us. Because they're on their way now, and it looks like we will trade objectives. Crazy engage. But we're still all alive. Picking up a tower, maybe. Vampire goes in pretty crazy too, but we just have too much sauce. I do have our team again instructed to end the match aggressively, but they don't seem to be doing that. They seem to just be running around, picking off enemy champions where they can. Some ultimates thrown out already. Both supports have used their ultimates. Pole Warrior eats a fighter ultimate. We take the Serpent. You'll recall, spend some gold. Presumably we're all going to head over to Tree. Big engage from the Ninja, but he's... Well, I say big engage for our enemy. But I guess it doesn't matter, because look at the damage we have at our disposal. Pole Warrior continuing the attack. It's only their support standing. Surely we either end the game here or take the objective. I think we rush it down before the enemy take it, so hopefully we can finally convert this into a win. Up another neutral objective first, that's okay. So a lot of stats in our favour, not only the gold, but also the fact that we keep picking up these serpents is nice. I think this should be it. This should be it. Like, I don't think they can clear this wave. We should be able to keep pushing it. They've got Pyromancer and a support up. Just hit the towers. Hit their base. Come on. Towers are falling. We decide not to finish the job. Barreling down the bottom lane. And I think we might be able to end off of that. So I guess it's all good. Come on, red shirts. Come on now. Just hit the next. Thank you. Well, heading into the draft. We are on the blue side this time, and I prioritized picking up the Plague Doctor and went for a build based around getting the Ghost in the bot lane with the Plague Doctor, giving us a lot of speed, which I hoped would mean we could just absolutely run down the enemy team. Got an engage here. That knight is going down. Nice. Okay, a kill onto the Ghost early is very, very good, because that will kickstart their stacking, hopefully. This is a bit of a... oh dear. We really shouldn't be losing that fight. Happy to win that one though. Ghost, they did pick up a stack on their passive, so that is really nice. Hopefully we can keep going with that. It looks like we will. Another kill for the Ghost. Ghost Plague Doctor running wild. It will be a concern when the enemy team fight, because Hammer is a very good disengage champion. But for now, things going swimmingly in the bottom lane. Fight over the Serpent. Black Mage is caught out. And also caught out. We have to give. Okay. Disappointing. Top lane is looking awful. That's another kill. Jesus. I wonder how much of it is due to their stamina. Yeah, top is looking dreadful at the moment. Nope. We do get a kill on the bomber with the Ghost. Lancer is screwed. Come on, Ghost. We need this. We need you to keep scaling, because Lancer is doing abysmally in the top lane for us. Looks like a substitution probably is required in the top lane, but there's such a big skill difference between our reserve laner player and our starter. We don't want to pull the trigger on it. We do get some kills here though, very nice. We get a kill anyway. Ghost is out of position though. This is a bit sketchy. It works out in the end. So with the engage, I'm putting some damage down. Ghost gets another kill. 4 kills on the Ghost now. Oh no, the knock up on the Ghost is really bad. How tanky is that Hammer character? Wow. Okay. Come on, red shirts. Gold is even between the sides. A little bit of poke onto the opposition goes going down a treat for us, I think. Engage here. Ghost with a flank. Can we take down that hammer? We can. We can take down that tree. I don't know that we have the damage before the enemy get back, but we're giving it a good old college try. Do get the tree. Ooh. See it. And now the Ghost and Clown, between them, have enough to deal with the hammer, so that's great news. We should be able to pick up a top tier 1 turret, maybe push for more. So fight breaks out. Ghost in play. Our champions are all scattered about the map now, not quite sure what they want to do. Morgard buff has worn off. Lancer going in. Questionably. Still alive. Ghost picks up a turret. Even more gold onto that pesky Ghost. But they haven't got much farm, so they've only got 42 last hits. I guess it doesn't matter too much if you keep picking up kills. Hammer is here, way out of position. We should be able to cut on it punish, right? Right? Yeah, we do. Another kill on the Ghost. And another! And another! Okay, we convert into a neutral objective. But to be honest, we should, I would imagine, be able to just march down and take the Nexus here, because the enemy recall timers are quite low. We're going to finally pick up a win! We won a game! Oh. Yeah, so I thought I would just do another little time jump in the series, just keep the tempo moving along. A mixed bag in our next few matches. We did pick up another couple of wins, but we also picked up another couple of losses, which means that as we go into the halfway stage of the season, the Red Shirts, having now played 10 matches, have won 3 and lost 7, which isn't great. However, we are only 1 game behind the playoff spot at the moment, which isn't so bad. If we can make the playoffs again, that would be, I think, a big accomplishment for our team. One of the other things that's been going better for us recently is our read of the meta. A lot of the champions that are very high win rate are champions that we are playing at the moment. But we've really focused in on Hammer, actually, who has received quite a lot of buffs. They were kind of the star for our opposition in the video earlier. And they're just really, really strong at the moment. They're very tanky, but they also have a lot of knock-ups and slows in their kit that are on reduced cooldowns at the moment. And what that means is it's very challenging for... So we've been taking advantage of that. On the other side of the spectrum, Sniper is now well and truly in the win rate gutter. But maybe that will all change because it's patch time, baby. Oh my god, it's patch time. Okay, it's patch time. Let's talk about the patch. Nerfs. We've got Ninja. Small nerf to them. Their base attack's going down, so their early game's a bit weaker. But I think they're mostly the same champion. Siegebreaker, another small nerf. Similar situation. I think they're mostly unchanged. Prisoner's been given a nerf. I don't think we've highlighted them much, but their win rate's been pretty good. They've been a bit of a menace. They probably do need a nerf. And then, again, another couple of characters that we haven't seen much. But they've been nerfed. Our Priest and Spirit Caller, they're both 2 healers. I don't think the nerfs are massive, but there are some massive buffs. Bard is getting a big buff. They were a champion that was not played very much at all. And now they're another option for giving cooldown reduction, actually. That's kind of what they do for allies, but they can also increase their attack speed. So Bard and Ghost, that could be a pretty good bot lane. Magic Knight, they are a champion that I tend to pick quite a lot. And they're getting a good amount of damage buffs, effectively, because their range, their cooldowns, everything is getting improved. And a little bit more health. And we are in a bit of a bruiser meta at the moment. So Magic Knight, I think those buffs mean a lot. Otherwise, a lot of characters that don't see much play also getting some buffs. A Taoist, they've had 3 buffs. 3 buffs for the Taoist since we started our save. So you got to figure at some point they'll get broken. And I think for them it's this. Their ultimate cooldown is now only 20 seconds. But what does their ultimate do? They've got kind of a weird ultimate. They fire a talisman projectile in a straight line, dealing 100 plus 100% of their ability power as magic damage, and it incapacitates the target for 2 seconds, making them untargetable. When the effect ends, it spreads to nearby enemies. So that's an interesting thing, because incapacitation in this game means that the enemy champions can't do anything at all, but we also can't interact with them. But because this is on such a low cooldown, like, it's going to be available all the time. And it's going to spread if the enemy are all bunched up across their entire team. So I kind of feel like Taoist, they might be pretty strong going forward. But we'll leave that for a future episode. That's our look at the meta. It's time to go into the past.